And welcome back to the St Andrews Sporting Club in Glasgow, where S2's Boxing Night Special continues at welterweight level. Now, Hamilton's Scott Dixon will no doubt have the home Scottish support behind him tonight as he takes on England's Mark Ramsey. Scott was supposed to have been fighting Charlie Kane tonight, but injury meant that Kane wasn't able. So that means there's no belt up for grabs in this tussle tonight. Birmingham's Mark Ramsey is a tough journeyman. The former ABA champion is an experienced fighter with over 40 bouts under his belt. He's always a mighty opponent. Now, Scott Dixon from Hamilton is just 22 years of age. It's his first fight at the St Andrews Club. He's lost only once in his 21 professional fights.
Well, this could be an absolute belt-up. 8 rounds. At welterweight, Scott Dixon and the Tartan from Hamilton up against the vastly experienced Brummie Mark Ramsey in the blue. Vic Lachlan, the referee. And Scott Dixon, one of the great hopes of Scottish boxing. All the fans and the management team up here tonight from the Peacock Gym in London. And this is a real even money match, this. Ramsey, as I say, hugely experienced, has fought quite literally all over the world. Challenged for major titles. And he's an ideal opponent for young Dixon at this stage of his career. Away a couple of inches height and reach is Ramsey. He's negating that by getting in real close. In contrast, Dixon trying to keep him off with the jab. Looks tremendously powerful, Dixon, doesn't he, Paul?
Yeah, it's the first I've ever seen Scott Dixon. You know, he's a Scottish guy and I'm a Scottish guy. It's the first I've ever seen him. So I've been looking forward to seeing this fight. But it certainly looks powerful. But I'd like to see more action coming from him just now.
Well, he's clearly well aware of Ramsey's record and experience. This is an 8-rounder. Clearly doesn't want to do anything silly early. So a little feeler session for both boys. There's Mark Ramsey. Action from the first, Paul.
Yeah, it was quite a close round. Both boys were inside, quite a lot, hanging on, throwing punches. There wasn't many clean shots landed at all there, Dave, in that first round. I'd like to see Scott Dixon, when Ramsey's coming in like that, just moving back and jabbing that jab out like he did there. That's a nice right to the body, but I'd like to see more often from Scott Dixon.
Quarters, 10 seconds.
Well, Ramsey, as I said, been around a bit, fought all over Europe, in the Ukraine. Arguably his best win a couple of years ago, went to Madrid and stopped Poli Diaz. It was a Really sensational performance. Second round. Second of 8. Scott Dixon, just the one defeat in a 21-fight career. As Paul quite rightly says, he just needs to start throwing a little bit of leather. You can almost exaggerate in your own mind what your opponent's capable of doing. You really mustn't be worried about what he can do. You've got to get him worried about what you can do to him. And Ramsey certainly been around his 31 years of age now. And at the risk of upsetting him and his fans, I think it's probably fair comment to say the best days are behind him. Even so, still a dangerous opponent.
That's better from Scott Dixon when Ramsey's come in, stabbing those jabs out. He's certainly got the height and reach to be doing it more often.
But at the moment, the jab's just coming singly from Scott Dixon. I'd like to see him get busier.
It's certainly the key punch for Scott Dixon.
That's better. Ramsey landed with a right then, and just momentarily that got through to Dixon. I've seen Dixon a couple of times, and he's not the quickest of starters. I think that much is self-evident so far.
This was certainly a better round for Scott Dixon. You see him stabbing that jab out. That's obviously the key to success. He should be doing it more often. Every time Ramsey comes in, he just stabs that jab out. Just missing by that one there. Again, left hand coming out, rocking Ramsey's head back. Definitely a better round for Scott Dixon. I think he taken that one. Moving inside there, missing with the left hook. Again coming back with a jab. It's obviously the feeling punch from Dave where he's going to get success.
Corners 10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 3.
Third round then. We're scheduled to go 8. Scott Dixon in the tartan. Mark Ramsey in the blue. Mick Laughlin, the referee. And Ramsey, such a cagey old pro. He's just planted those little seeds of uncertainty in Dixon's mind, Paul.
Yeah, he's very confident, Ramsey. You know, he's cocky when he's moving about. So I think Dixon's just got to keep stabbing that left hand out the way he did in the previous round.
And of course, even though Mark Ramsey is 31 years of age, in his mind, of course, there will still be the cast iron belief that he's still capable of coming again. And he sees Scott Dixon as a useful scalp to shortcut a climb up the ratings. On the other side of the coin, of course, for Scott Dixon, a very useful scalp to have, Mark Ramsey.
That's good again when he's using that jab. But he's got to do it more often, Scott Dixon.
Now holding onto the rope, so he got away with it. Well, still no real pattern, no real form. Dixon unable to impose himself on this very wily, very experienced opponent.
Again, this was like the first round, where in close, throwing punches. Both boys holding on, landing punches. That's better when Dixon's throwing that left hand out, scoring that nice jab. Again, you see Ramsey coming forward, looking for Dixon to land the punches. That's what Dixon should be doing all the time when Ramsey's coming forward. Stabbing that left hand out, try to come across with uppercut, just missing.
Seconds out. Round 4.
Out they come then for the fourth. Halfway stage looming. Scheduled 8. Scott Dixon and Mark Ramsey. Scott Dixon from Hamilton. Mark Ramsey from Birmingham. And the crowd starting to just get a little bit restless. And all like to see a little bit higher work rate from the Scottish fighter. Not that this will bother Mark Ramsey one little bit. Oh, good right! That is a peach of a right uppercut. Caught him coming in. Mandatory 8, remember. Well, now, as the head cleared, that was a gorgeous shot from Scott Dixon. Caught him coming in with a right hand. Now, Ramsey is going to need every ounce of experience to hold on here. That happened early in the round. That was a corker. You will not see many better shots than that. Ramsey still befuddled. Doing the right thing, Dixon, measuring him with the jab. Ramsey bravely coming back. Little grin from Scott Dixon. Tries the right again. And suddenly, Dixon grown in confidence. Did very, very well to get up from that punch. Tried it again. We're inside the last 30. Ramsey coming back well, very strong, tough man.
Two nice right hands. Dixon's taking over the top there, Dave.
Good round, excellent round of boxing. Well, I reckon Scott Dixon must have thought he had that fight won there, Paul.
Yes, a certainly a nice right uppercut coming right up. Look at that, lifts the head right back. Just missed with the left hook. Beautiful punch. The way he's landed, I didn't think he was getting up.
No, I thought it was all over, I have to admit.
Same put on
Bang!
here.
Oh, that was a great shot. Absolute corker, right on the money.
Beautiful punch.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Well, Ramsey did
Seconds out.
ever so well to recover.
Round 5.
Out they come for the fifth. A little nod of professional acknowledgement from Scott Dixon to Mark Ramsey. And now I think it's Ramsey's turn to be worried. And that will have done wonders for Dixon's confidence, I tell you. I'm sure the boys who've come up from the Peacock, the Bowers clan, Roy Hilder, all the boys, they will be delighted with what they saw in that final, in that fourth round.
Ramsey's very experienced, isn't he?
He's a good pro.
You can certainly see the experience coming in when he's slowing Dixon down here.
Yep.
That's nice for Dixon.
Well, as you probably noticed in the start of that round, switched to southpaw momentarily. Every little trick in the book. Now Dixon let the initiative slip a little bit. Well, surprisingly, this round a lot quieter. Last 10. Ramsey has had a good round. And you can't help but get the feeling, Paul, that Dixon really has surrendered that huge advantage he had with that knockdown in the fourth.
I mean, I think obviously that's when Dixon should have capitalised on it, but Ramsey's shown his experience coming back into the since that knockdown.
Yeah, very much so.
I mean, he's not taking. Scott Dixon hasn't taken advantage of the knockdown.
No, I fear not.
This is what Dixon should be doing more of, throwing these long distance punches.
Yep. His experience, Scott Dixon, belies his age. He's, as we said earlier, having his 22nd professional contest tonight. He's still 22 years of age, won't be 23 until the autumn. So time's still very much on his side, but he's packed quite a lot into his time as a pro so far.
That's better from Dixon. At times like this, he should be shoving Ramsey off and throwing the jab out again.
Well, very much so. Dixon is with a fully fledged welterweight, and Mark Ramsey, for pretty much most of his career, has campaigned in the 10-stone, the light welter division. I'd like to see Scott Dixon just bullying him a little bit more, using the height and reach, and the physical presence as well. He's an altogether bigger man than Mark Ramsey.
Certainly when Dixon lands these clean shots, he certainly does look good.
Another good right hand from Dixon, not the effect of the one in the fourth, though. Just a little bit untidy now at times. Head's getting a little close.
Certainly a better run for Dixon, landing these clean shots. Every time Ramsey comes in with that nice left hand, that's what he should be doing more often, landing it and then moving. Just missing with that right uppercut. Again, you see Ramsey in close, try to land some punches, but Dixon stabbing the left. That's where he's getting the success, putting his left hand in Ramsey's face all the time.
Corners 10 seconds. Second up,
So out we come then for the last. Scott Dixon from Hamilton in the tartan trunks. Mark Ramsey from Birmingham in the blue. Now, Scott Dixon is ranked well inside the top 10 of British welterweights, but when you look at those above him, you realise just what a tough division this is. And interestingly enough, just a couple of notches above him on the ladder, there's another Scottish fighter, Charlie Kane, and I feel sure that it won't be that long before these two meet. It'll be an absolute natural bill topper. But there are some good welterweights in the country at the moment. Jeff McCreesh, of course, gave up his British title after winning the Lonsdale belt to campaign for higher things. Derek Roach, currently the British champion, unbeaten, of course. You've got the young Irish boy, Neil Sinclair, as well. Georgie Smith, colourful lad from Basildon, the Barry Hearn stable. Good fighters. And they're all above Scott Dixon at the moment. Well, it's going to be a tough division to make his mark in, I can tell you. Well, I don't think there can be too much doubt that Dixon, with the aid of that fourth round knockdown, which would have been, I'm sure, a 10-8 round to him, on the referee Vic Loughlin's scorecard. I'm sure he's done enough to win this inside the last minute. And certainly a points win against Mark Ramsey will look good on the record, but I have to tell you that a stoppage would have looked even better. And he's not going to get that now, because we are just about inside the last 10. I think the only question will be the size of his victory margin on referee Loughlin's scorecard.
That's really good last round for Scott Dixon, landing that in his left hand every time Ramsey came into him. It was a cleaner round for him. Nice left landing again, time after time in that round. I think it was the cleanest round with punches landing in the whole fight. Then you see Ramsey coming in, forcing the fight, but Dixon now landing nice left jabs and left hooks. Moving away, he knows he's won the fight here.
Yes, very much so. Well, let's find out how the fight was scored as we join John.
Well, sports fans, after 8 fantastic rounds of boxing, referee Vic Loughlin has scored the contest for Ramsey 74 points, for Dixon 79 points. Your winner, Scott Dixon. And let's show our appreciation for
5-point margin.
Very game boxer indeed, Mark Ramsey.
Well, Scotland, you must have thought in that fourth round that it wasn't going to go the full 8.
Yeah, I did. I thought I had him off, but I think I jumped on him a bit too soon rather than sit back and pick him apart. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. He's a durable opponent, and he's been in with some of the best, Justin Duco, Katyev, George Scott, and they couldn't stop him, so I was nearly there.
That was a gorgeous right uppercut, man.
Yeah, I seen him coming down on it, and I thought if I step back here and throw it straight up the middle, there's a good chance I'm going to get him, and it did nail him. But unfortunately, he didn't stay down, because he's a very tough man, isn't he?
Now, we were saying this is a tough division, the welterweight division, but there's a certain compatriot of yours just a couple of places above you. Charlie Kane, do you fancy taking him on?
Oh, a piece of cake, absolutely a piece of cake. I mean, I was originally training for Charlie Kane, and to be honest, I would have stopped Charlie Kane a lot quicker. He had about 3 or 4 rounds. Lovely fellow, but I'm just too hot for him, sorry.
So let's get it on then.
Yeah, let's get it on.
David Brenner there talking to Hamilton's Scott Dixon. He's a bit of a cocky lad, isn't he? I'm sure Charlie Kane will be interested to hear him. He, of course, was the winner tonight of S2's welterweight contest, and he won it by 5 points.